on the topic of more disturbing things coming out of the world of AI, we now have this story from the economiccollapseblog.com. AI toys from China are collecting biometric data from our children and instructing them to do extremely dangerous and twisted things. It says, you may have heard some very alarming things about AI toys, but the truth is far worse than most parents realize. If we can get this information out to enough parents, sales of AI toys will collapse, and that will be a very good thing. A cute little teddy bear that can literally interact with your child may seem like a cool idea, but as you'll see below, there are very real dangers. An October report from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology review, citing data from the Chinese corporation registration database Qichamo, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, stated that there are over 1,500 AI toy companies operating in China as of October 2025. The Chinese have dominated toy manufacturing for years, and most of the population doesn't seem to be bothered by this, but now we've reached a point where there are very serious consequences. Many AI toys from China have been purposely designed to, quote, collect voice data from children ages 3 to 12 and store recordings of the conversations the children have with the products. In a letter released Monday, Rep. Raja Krishnamurthy, the ranking member of the Select Committee on the CCP, highlighted the growing proliferation in the US of AI-equipped interactive toys manufactured by Chinese companies. These products are designed to collect voice data from children ages 3 to 12 and store recordings of the conversations the children have with the products, according to the letter. Given the marketing of these toys to not only parents but also elementary school teachers, Krishnamurthy called on Education Secretary Linda McMahon to initiate a campaign aimed at raising public awareness to American educators across the country on the potential misuse of the data collected with these devices. He added that because of their location, the manufacturers may be subject to the jurisdiction of the People's Republic of China and accompanying requirements to hand over data they gather to Chinese government authorities upon demand. So some of these AI companies are using facial recognition technology, collecting that biometric information about children, calling them by name, and this could potentially end up in the hands of a foreign government. Something even more alarming is the behavior of some of these toys, or the content of the conversations that these AI toys are having with children. The latest Trouble in Toyland report from the USPIRG Education Fund has identified a troubling new category of risk for children, AI. In its 40th annual investigation of toy safety, the watchdog group found that some AI-enabled toys, such as talking robots and plush animals equipped with chatbots, can engage children in disturbing conversations. Tests showed toys discussing sexually explicit topics, expressing emotional reactions such as sadness when a child tries to stop playing, and offering little to or no parental control. But it's not just that. They found that these toys and a lot of these AI chatbots are directing children to do other incredibly disturbing things. It says here, Grok, for example, glorified dying in battle as a warrior in Norse mythology. Miko 3 told a user whose age was set to 5 where to find matches and plastic bags. But the worst influence by far appeared to be Follow Toys Kuma, the toy that runs on OpenAI's tech, but can also use other AI models at the user's choosing. It didn't just tell kids where to find matches, it also described exactly how to light them, along with sharing where in the house they could procure knives and pills. But it didn't actually stop there. One AI teddy bear called Kuma provided step-by-step instructions on a wide range of sexual fetishes. It says kink, it turned out, seemed to be a trigger word that led the AI toy to rant about sex in follow-up tests, Cross said, all running OpenAI's chat GPT 4.0 or GPT 4.0. After finding that the toy was willing to explore school-age romantic topics like crushes and being a good kisser, the team discovered that Kuma also provided detailed answers on the nuances of various sexual fetishes, including bondage, role play, sensory play, and impact play. What do you think would be the most fun to explore? The AI toy asked after listing off the kinks. At one point, Kuma gave step-by-step instructions on a common knot for beginners who want to tie up their partner. At another, the AI explored the idea of introducing spanking into a sexually charged teacher-student dynamic, which is obviously ghoulishly inappropriate for young children. says this sort of thing is not even appropriate for adults. The good news is that Kuma is being pulled off the market. Folo Toy has decided to temporarily suspend sales of the affected product and begin a comprehensive internal safety audit. The bad news is that there are many other toys on the market that are engaging in children in this manner, and you can't possibly test all of them every single day that they produce new ones. And with the speed of AI, well, how many of these are going to be on the market tomorrow? It's incredibly alarming. And I think that the most disturbing thing about all of this is that, again, these companies continue to be allowed to violate children in this manner. That's what this is. This is violating children. And as a solution, they say, well, now we need age verification because it's shown us that AI really isn't safe for children. We're going to make a children's AI that we're sure is safe, and then the rest of AI isn't going to be safe for children. Therefore, we need age verification across the board for every single adult. And this is where laws like SB 2420 in Texas come about. This is the Louisiana push, this is the Utah push, and the federal push for age verification, because they say that all of these platforms are not safe for children, as we saw from the Roblox example as well, and therefore we need to verify everyone's age. And it's just an excuse. It's an excuse after years and years and years of these companies being allowed to continue with this behavior, never being held to account, and now every single adult has to be treated like they're a criminal and they can't be trusted. The result is obviously to have better controls on toy companies. We're not asking for government regulation of absolutely every single thing on the planet. No, we're very opposed to that. But when it comes to AI, this is a different beast that needs to be treated with caution, and nobody is doing that. And we've presented ample evidence on this broadcast as to why that needs to happen. And we think that there needs to be a very, very expedient pause on AI until these safety issues are addressed. And no, the answer is not making every single adult have to get a digital ID because AI companies can't manage safety.